Hello, my name is Adam. I'm going to be your physio for today. So why was it you've been coming on to physio?
So I've got pain here along the side of my neck,
Yeah.
but then I also had pain on the front of my shoulder here, and that's really what's been bothering me.
Okay. And we're just going to ask you some questions, trying if we can gauge what the origin of the problem was, and hopefully try and diagnose it properly and figure out what's going on. It will involve asking some my personal questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're also, a few of the questions might not seem relevant. A few of these questions are to make sure you're not also showing upward symptoms for another more sinister condition. Is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
And finally, we're just going to be recording this today. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's completely fine.
And that's all okay. You can just sign at the top here.
Okay.
No worries. Thank you. So, what's your name?
My name is Annie Leonard.
Okay. And your date of birth?
8th of July, 1958.
Right, okay. And what's your preferred contact number?
07523
Yeah.
956
Right.
333.
Okay. And what's your symptomatic area?
So,
Just pointing this out this body chart. Just circle the area.
So, I said pain here on the side of my neck, and then also pain here on the front of my shoulder.
Alright, okay. Any sensation down the rest of your arm?
No,
No pain, no sensation, tightness, anything like
no, nothing wrong there.
that? Any problems with the other side of the neck?
No, it's all fine.
Any problems with this arm?
Mm-mm.
Further down your neck, back,
No, that's all fine.
and in your legs. Either legs?
They are both okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Okay. And do you feel both pain at the same time?
Yeah, they usually occur at the same time.
Right, no worries. And how would you describe how, on a scale of 1 to 10, starting in the neck, how bad would you say the pain was? 1 being no pain at all, 10 being the worst pain imaginable.
I'd say it's that, but it's not too bad. I'd probably put it at about a 4 out of 10.
Right, 4 out of 10. Is this constant or intermittent?
It's all the time.
Right, okay. And if I was to ask you to describe the type of pain, what would it be?
I'd say it's more of an achy pain.
Right. And what about your shoulder?
So, my shoulder, I'd say it's more of a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. And what kind of pain would you describe it as?
I'd say it's a lot more sharp, so more of a sharp pain.
Right, no worries. And would you describe this pain as deep or superficial?
I'd say that it's deep, and for the shoulder especially, it feels like it's really in the joint.
Yeah. Right. Does, when you feel pain, does it come with associated symptoms?
No, the only thing I feel is only pain, nothing else.
Right. And you don't feel pain anywhere else? No. So, did it start, the pain start gradually, all at once, somewhere in the middle? What happened when you started to experience the pain?
So, what happened was that I was on holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pulling my suitcase behind me,
Yeah.
and then I was trying to bring it up onto a curb,
Mm.
and so I tried to basically yank the suitcase up,
Okay. Yeah.
and the pain, it didn't really start right away, but then after a few hours, I started to feel a quite uncomfortable sensation in my shoulder,
Yeah.
and yeah,
So did it start in the neck first, or the?
it started in the shoulder first, and then there's not too much of a time difference between it, but it was very slightly first in the shoulder.
Alright, that's fine. Okay. Have you been to physio before about this or a similar condition?
No, I've never been to physio before about it, or anything else.
Right, no worries. So just asking you questions about 24-hour cycle.
Mm-hmm.
How is there a time of day where it's better or worse?
So I'd say usually in the morning, the pain, although there, it's not too bad. It's just later in the day that it really starts to become worse and
Yeah.
really starts to bother me.
Right. Okay. And is it the same across both areas?
I see, yes.
Yeah. And is there anything that antagonizes that make it worse during the course of the day?
So any kind of pulling action.
Okay.
So for example, even when I'm just walking my dog
Mm.
and my dog gets a bit too excited and starts to run ahead, I'll start to feel like yank and it starts to become painful. Also, any type of heavy lifting
Yeah.
also really aggravates it.
Yeah. Okay. And is there anything that makes it better? Like when it feels really bad, what do you do?
So I usually have a hot bath because the heat, it kind of soothes it. I
Yeah.
also take medication for the pain and it is working, although it's not having as much of a desired effect as I would like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are you taking for medication?
So I'm taking paracetamol and ibuprofen.
Alright, okay. No worries. So just to move on to some special questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you experiencing dizziness,
No dizziness.
falls or drop attacks or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
Alright, no worries. Any dysarthria or eye movements at all?
No.
Dysphagia or other speech problems?
No, there's nothing wrong with me.
Double vision or diplopia?
No.
Okay. Nausea?
No nausea.
Alright. Numbness at all in any part of the body?
I wouldn't say so.
And nystagmus or other eye problems?
No.
Right. Your health history. Have you had any operations recently or not?
No, I haven't.
Have you any x-rays recently?
No, I haven't.
So you've just mentioned a bit about paracetamol and ibuprofen. How much are you taking?
So for the paracetamol, I usually take between 2 and 4 a day. This depends on how bad my symptoms are. Sometimes I just need a bit of relief.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes. And for the ibuprofen, again, for the same reasons, I take between 2 and 3 tablets a day.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, depending on if my symptoms are bad or not.
Okay. Is this prescribed or are you just getting it yourself?
I'm just getting this from my pharmacy.
Right, no worries. Just some other general questions. You experiencing any unexplained night sweats?
No, no.
Any weight loss?
No.
Explained or unexplained, no?
No, no. No forms of weight loss.
And would you consider your general health to be good, okay, or poor?
I'd say it's fine.
Just a bit of your past medical history.
Mm-hmm.
You do have any other health conditions that you've been diagnosed of?
So I have peripheral artery disease,
Right.
and I also have angina.
Yep. You on medication for that?
Yes, I am on aspirin, GTN spray, and simvastatin.
Okay, and do these control your symptoms?
Yes, I'd say that my symptoms are controlled.
You've not been recommended to avoid any activities?
There's no activities.
Right, okay. Just to move on to a bit of social and family situation. What kind of housing are you living in?
So I'm just living in a house.
Yeah.
It's got 2 stories.
Okay.
Has any?
Right. You do you have stairs there, sorry?
Yeah, I do.
How are you managing those?
Oh, it's going fine.
Right, no worries. And are you living alone?
Yes, I'm living alone.
And how are you finding that?
It's hard. There's some things that I have difficulty
Okay.
coping with.
Are you getting help with that? Or?
My neighbour helps with some general tasks, like for example, for my shopping, since I find it hard to carry the bags, my neighbour usually does the shopping for me.
Right, okay. Okay. And are you working at the moment?
No, I'm just recently retired.
What did you used to work as?
I used to be a cashier.
Okay, right. Any other ideals you're struggling with?
Well, I find it hard to lift my grandkids,
Yeah.
but that again goes under heavy lifting.
Yeah. So just general heavy lifting,
Mm-hmm.
walking the dog you've mentioned, and
Yeah.
I'll put in shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Have you got any other hobbies that you're struggling with?
No, not at the moment.
Right. Okay. And what do you think is the problem?
Well, I think that I might have a problem with the ligaments in there,
Okay.
because when I pulled it, it feels like that could be the problem.
And if you were to give yourself 2 goals that you'd like to accomplish out of our sessions?
So I would really like to become either pain-free, or at best at least have a reduction of my pain,
Yeah.
and so that I can lift up my grandchildren
Yeah.
again, because I'm really
Okay.
just scared about aggravating the pain when I do that.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your expectations of physio?
So I would like to have a bit of clarity on
Yeah.
why my pain is occurring, and I would like to have, as again, like I said, as little pain as possible,
Right.
or
Okay.
at best no pain.